If you are building a coding agent or running a live research workflow, you have probably watched your API budget evaporate. Developers are often surprised by how quickly costs scale when they run complex tasks through top-tier models without a clear view of the bill. The flagship AI market has split into two distinct tracks. We have a premium professional tier designed for managed enterprise work, and a value frontier tier optimized for speed and token efficiency. Right now, GPT-5.5 and Grok 4.3 are the primary models representing these two diverging architectural paths. Defaulting to the most famous model without auditing your specific workload creates a massive structural overhead. If you pick the wrong tool for your daily setup, you risk making an otherwise profitable project financially unsustainable. Standardizing on OpenAI's flagship gets you a mature ecosystem, but it introduces a price floor that scales with every single prompt your agents send. This chart shows the baseline output token cost for Grok 4.3. At $2.50 per million tokens, it sets an aggressive benchmark. But add GPT-5.5, and those same tokens cost $30. That is a 12-fold increase in cost. It is a level of overhead that fundamentally changes the math for high-volume automation. High-volume operators are often paying this premium to access features like deep research and hosted code execution. However, many daily tasks, like basic data extraction, may never actually trigger those expensive reasoning capabilities. At this scale of cost disparity, a model's reasoning scores only provide value if your specific workflow is complex enough to require them. To understand what that extra money buys you, we have to look at how these models actually integrate into a development environment. GPT-5.5 is a managed work platform. It provides an enclosed set of features like hosted shells, data analysis tools, and enterprise connectors that are ready to use out of the box. This structure provides deep capability, but it is a rigid environment. There is less room for the kind of custom experimentation many independent builders prefer. Grok 4.3 is built with a different philosophy. It is terminal native and designed for builders who want to wire their own logic together through plugins and skills. Grok also has a structural advantage in its data source. It is natively integrated with live X data, which allows it to track market sentiment and emerging stories as they happen. The trade-off is maturity. xAI's documentation can be inconsistent, and it currently lacks the overall enterprise polish that OpenAI has spent years refining. Your choice here is a trade-off between enterprise-grade operational governance and the agility of a real-time, internet-native assistant. After cost, the next major bottleneck for any deployed application is latency. This timeline tracks how long it takes each model to start responding. Grok 4.3 is built for speed, reaching its first token in about 8 seconds. On the other hand, GPT 5.5 in its X-high reasoning mode takes 81 seconds to generate that first token. That delay isn't a performance failure, it's a requirement. The model is using that time to perform the extended reasoning steps that allow it to hit its top-tier benchmark scores. While GPT 5.5 leads on formal tests like Terminal Bench, it achieves those results by sacrificing the snappy interactivity users expect from a chat interface. If you are building a consumer-facing app, optimizing for the highest possible reasoning score can actually degrade the user experience if it results in a minute-long wait for an answer. This choice becomes even more critical when you deploy these models into environments where a factual error carries real-world consequences. OpenAI focuses heavily on deployment governance. Their data shows that GPT 5.5 is 23% more likely to be factually correct than their previous generation. However, GPT 5.5 still struggles with abstention. Instead of admitting it doesn't know an answer, it often guesses with high confidence, leading to notable hallucination rates on independent tests. xAI approaches safety through a focus on real-time relevance and transparency, even going as far as publishing their system prompts openly for users to inspect. While xAI claims industry-leading non-hallucination rates, there is currently a lack of third-party benchmark receipts to verify those numbers against independent standards. For enterprise buyers, the decision is between OpenAI's publicly audited but flawed factuality, or xAI's transparent approach that still lacks verifiable data. To find the right fit, you must identify the primary bottleneck in your specific operation. If you're an independent builder, a researcher needing live social data, or a high-volume operator managing a tight budget, you should lean toward Grok 4.3. You work with lighter documentation, but gain significant cost efficiency and agents aware of real-time events. If you're a corporate buyer or engineer managing complex data analysis and internal audit trails, you should go with GPT-5.5. In those cases, the 12-fold premium is a justified expense to access mature agent workflows and stronger enterprise security controls. Choosing the wrong branch on this tree is how projects end up with unsustainable API bills or insufficient reasoning for critical, high-stakes tasks. Both AI and XAI have prioritized different aspects of the assistant experience. One provides a highly audited work surface for professionals, while the other focuses on low-latency, internet-native retrieval for builders. These models represent two distinct views of a digital assistant, and the right pick depends entirely on which definition matches your daily work. Take a hard look at your current API usage. Audit your daily tasks against these performance metrics before you pay your next monthly invoice. Hit subscribe for more data-driven optimization guides to help you manage your tech budget. I will see you in the next deep dive.